Hi, my name is Yulan. I study behavior economics and from Core Social Entrepreneurship Practicum Center for Social Impact. Our clients, the Bower Reuse and Repair Center, is a Sydney social enterprise reducing landfill through secondhand retail, repair, social workshops, and community programs. The Project 1 examines how the Bower can increase awareness and participation among 18 to 25-year-olds. My research focuses on the value-convenient gap, why young people may support circular consumption but still choose easier alternatives. My research methodology across 3 evidence streams. I review the Bower strategic and business plans, annual and financial reports to understand the services, locations, communication constraints, and operating capacity. Then I review peer review study on secondhand purchasing and repair behavior. And also I used Australian evidence from RMIT's National Clothing Study, the NSW Reuse Impact Study, the Productivity Commission Circular Economy Inquiry, and eBay's Recommerce Report. I captured the findings by using the COMB dimensions, which stand for capacity, opportunity, and motivation. Behavior becomes more likely when people want to act, know how to act, can easily access the action, and see it as a socially normal. Then I will compare these dimensions with the Bower customer journey. The result is a set of evidence-based hypotheses for our survey. One thing we need to know is that the young people are not completely opposed to secondhand consumption. eBay's 2025 report found that 59% of Gen Z expected to increase spending on pre-loved goods, while saving money was the most common motivation. RMIT's study of 3,080 Australians found that 18 to 34-year-olds were more likely than older groups to buy secondhand, repair, resell, or share clothing. The NSW market is substantial as well. In 2022 to 23, reuse organizations rehomed an estimated 107.7 million items. Therefore, the Bower is actually entering a growing space where affordability, individuality, and sustainability can reinforce each other. However, positive attitudes don't always become action. Study shows that consumer may abandon secondhand channels when shopping is time-consuming, disorganized, or lacks consistent product information. Repair shows the same pattern. NAZI's study identifies cost, time, skills, access to materials, and confidence as connected barriers. So, sustainability messaging alone is insufficient. Students may support reuse but still buy new because it feels faster and more reliable. I grouped the evidence into 4 frictions: discovery, transaction, trust, and capacity. Students may know the shop but not Bower bikes, electrical repair, workshops, or house-to-home. Services operated at different sites, times, and booking pathway will not keep people to stay. Also, uncertainty about hygiene, condition, durability, and the value can make new goods feel safer, and limited repair confidence can make workshops seem unsuitable for beginners. Those frictions are product specific. Someone may buy the secondhand desk, but not an electrical appliance. So our survey should test individual products and services rather than just asking, oh, do you like the secondhand goods? The Bower already shows very strong demand. In 2025, store sales rose 26% and the workshop revenue rose 52%. Bower bikes saved more than 200 bikes from landfill, while the festival of the repeal attracted over 1,500 participants. However, the 2025 surplus was only $47.30 after $125,819 deficit in 2024. So cost discipline remains essential. The greater issue is conversion. The Bower operates across Marrickville, Summerhill, and Redfern, with different services at each location. Its business plan also identified a limited communication budget and the need to contemporary outreach. The festival generated action. The festival generated the attention, yes, but it was resource intensive. A feasible strategy should simplify access and create smaller, repeatable entry points rather than depend on expensive campaign. So I propose the 4 segmentations for the survey to test. Budget-driven pragmatists want transparent prices and functional quality. Discovery-driven curators value unique objective, vintage style, and the treasure hunt experience. Sustainability-driven learners want impact, practical skills, and community participation. And convenient-first non-users might support sustainability, but they prioritize speed, certainty, and online access. To make sure these tests are really under the budget, first, I will recommend creating one mobile start here journey organized around 4 verbs: shop, fix, learn, and give. Each of them will show location, opening time, starting price, and booking steps. The second is to test a small canvas entry points, such as 2-hour borrow, fix, and find pop-up with repair diagnosis, 1-minute demonstration, and the curated student essentials. The society in uni or the councils could provide space and promotion. Third is reduce the trust risk through condition labels, before and after repair content, price comparisons, and simple explanations of the testing processes. The value proposition should combine personal and social benefit like save money, find something distinctive, and keep it in use. The survey should measure unaided and aided awareness of every borrower stream, like recent behavior by product, willingness to travel, to wait, to pay, repair confidence, and the preferred channels. I will also recommend a randomized message test. Respondent will see either a saving, unique style, or environmental and social impact message. Comparing intended clicks or bookings will identify the strongest value proposition for each segment. And the last, for the limitations of this research, I'll say much of the academic evidence is international. Clothing findings may not fully transfer to furniture or electronics, and available reports don't isolate 18 to 25-year-olds in Sydney Inner West. The segments are therefore professional. In the next step, we should validate them through the survey and 5 to 8 short interviews. We can then select a high potential segment and service. Pilot one low-cost intervention and check awareness, QR scans, bookings, attendance, and the repeat use. The key implementation is that the borrower doesn't need to persuade young people that, sustainability is good. The most important is to make reuse and repair easier, safer, and more personally valuable than the default alternatives. So that's all of my presentation. Thanks for listening.